Yo guys, what's going on? It's me, whoa, what did I just say? It's me, Tom, or Tots on Wrestling. I've lost my voice a bit because I went to a festival today, but I am here on YouTube regardless, still committed to the cause, here to talk about every debut at AEW All Out 2021. The show just wrapped up. My word, it was a brilliant show. Not going to sit here and give a review of the show because that's not what this video is. As I said, we're just here to discuss every debut that took place at the event. Before we do get into it though, make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you never miss a video. Going to be doing more videos like these for AEW with discussing debuts and future plans for AEW because I am a big AEW fan. And I hope if you're watching this video, you're an AEW fan too, because they are killing it right now. But let's get right into the video. So obviously, the first debut that we saw in AEW All Out 2021 was Satoshi Kojima. Him and Moxley had their match second in the show. Such a great match. I loved this match so much. Both these guys killed it. Obviously, Satoshi Kojima was announced as Moxley's opponent, but hadn't actually made an appearance in AEW. This match was his first appearance. What an appearance it was. What an impression he made. Yeah, he did brilliant, and I loved the match with him and Moxley completely. I wouldn't mind seeing some more of Satoshi Kojima. I think AEW do a really good job of bringing in the New Japan guys, because when the Forbidden Door thing kind of came about, everyone wants like an invasion and all this, but AEW uses these guys as special attraction matches, and they almost always are a special attraction match. They almost always deliver. This match definitely did, and it makes me want to see more of Satoshi Kojima. It makes me want to learn more about him, which ultimately should be the goal of this New Japan Alliance. But as someone like me who doesn't watch New Japan, to teach me about these wrestlers, I'm really interested by them after watching them. And yeah, Satoshi Kojima is no different. He smashed it tonight. But speaking of the Forbidden Door being broken down, after this match ended, after Jon Moxley won, he was confronted by none other than Minoru Suzuki. Now, Minoru Suzuki, if you don't know him, he is probably the hardest hitting wrestler in the world. Maybe I wouldn't go that far, but he takes his strong style proper serious. He's very hard hitting, beats people up in the ring, and him and Moxley have actually had a match before in New Japan back in 2020, early 2020. It was a brilliant match in New Japan, and so it looks like they're going to have another match, and I'll completely for that because it will be a brilliant match once again. But he came out, the two exchanged some clubs and slaps and all that before Minoru Suzuki hit the pile driver on him, or a almost like a neutralizer position pile driver, gotch style pile driver, that's it, and beat him down and won the confrontation. So yeah, Minoru Suzuki, Jon Moxley in AEW, give it to me, give it to me. Next up, we've got a debut that we were all kind of expecting, but when it happened, we were all happy anyway. Really, really happy to see her, because we had a women's debut. Obviously, the Casino Battle Royal, it's a staple of AEW events, and it's basically just an open invitation for any team, or not team, any person to join the company. It's an open invitation for a surprise entrant with the Joker slot. And who was the Joker in the women's match? None other than Ruby Soho. The fans went wild for her. They were chanting her name before it happened. And Ruby Soho came out to Ruby Soho by Rancid. So just awesome. Tony Khan is killing it with the music licensing. Just smashing it out of the park. Big ups to you for that, Tony. And yeah, she went on to win the match, which has never happened for a surprise entrant. Actually, it has. The very first one, Adam Page. I stand corrected. But it hasn't happened since then. Not since then has the surprise Joker entrant won, I don't believe. Could be wrong, but I don't believe I am wrong. What am I saying? Ruby won, and she did brilliantly in there. Got a huge reaction, looked like a star. In one match, she's the number one contender for the AEW Women's World Championship and is getting pushed more than she ever did in her WWE career, which is an insane thing, but she deserves it. My God, does she deserve it. Ruby is brilliant. I've always rated Ruby, and yeah, really excited for her AEW run. We also had a debut match. This person in making the debut match had already made his debut appearance and officially signed for AEW. We are of course talking about the best in the world, the one and only, the most anticipated return to wrestling of all time, CM Punk. He also debuted his "It's clobbering time" catchphrase as he was making his entrance, which got a huge pop from the crowd in Chicago, and also a huge pop from me. I loved whenever he did that. Of course, he wrestled Darby Allin at this show, and I didn't really know what to expect. I think I knew CM Punk hadn't wrestled in 7 years, but I also knew that Darby Allin is fast, and even though he's young and less experienced, he can still carry CM Punk to a match if he needs to. But he absolutely didn't need to, because CM Punk more than held his own in this matchup. It was a great match. It was just a great story being told in the match. Obviously, they didn't have like a mad flippy match like you usually see in AEW. They switched up their approach, went for a more slower, methodical approach. It was kind of like a thing where whenever Darby was in control, it was going faster. When CM Punk was in control, it was going slow, and he slowed it down. The story being told was basically CM Punk is so desperate to show that he's still got it and prove to himself that he's still got it, that he wants to win this match, and he keeps trying to hit his finisher. Whereas Darby is just doing everything he can to outpace CM Punk, because he knows that CM Punk will not be able to match him in his speed or stamina. It worked really well. The crowd really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, CM Punk won with a go to sleep and shook hands with Sting and Darby Allin after the match. Really interested to see what CM Punk does next. I think regardless of what he does, I'm going to be watching it and I'm going to be excited for it. What an exciting time to be a wrestling fan, man. What an exciting time. We get to watch CM Punk all over again. And finally, post-match, Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. Post-match from that, we didn't have one. We had 2 debuts. I was only expecting one to take place, and we'll get to the one I was expecting to take place. But Kenny Omega gets on the mic and he says, anyone who even has a chance of beating me is either retired, not here, or dead. The lights go out, and out comes Adam Cole, baby. He just left WWE, which is really mad because I was actually kind of expecting him to just stay in WWE. But here he is in AEW. He joined the Elite officially, or rejoined the Elite officially. And I should have known, they teased it earlier in the night. Britt Baker hit a Panama Sunrise, and yeah, should have known from the second he said dead. Because obviously in canon, in BTE and stuff, Adam Cole is dead or whatever. I think so. I think that's it. So yeah, Adam Cole comes out to join the Elite officially. He's got a shirt that says All Elite Baby on it, so that's pretty cool. But just as I think we're done, Kenny Omega is about to close out the show with his good night, goodbye, and good bang. And as he was saying it, I just felt it. I just felt that this guy's music was going to hit. And sure enough, Bryan Danielson, his music hit, and he came right out. Obviously, the man we know is Daniel Bryan in WWE is in AEW, which is so mad to think about. Why? That's so mad. That is so crazy that him and Punk are in the same company. It's crazy that Bryan left WWE and joined AEW. It's crazy. Yeah, and he's so perfect for AEW. He is going to fit in so great, like, in AEW. He's going to have so many great matches with Kenny, with Adam Cole, Christian Cage, CM Punk rematch, Darby Allin, Daniel Garcia. Bryan Danielson and Daniel Garcia will have the most insane match together. They could have a great match, those two guys. And yeah, overall, 2 great debuts to round out an all-timer of an AEW event. This is probably the best AEW pay-per-view of all time. Top to bottom, there was nothing bad. Everything was good or above. There was great debuts with Ruby, Satoshi Kojima, Minoru Suzuki, Adam Cole, and now Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson. But basically everyone I've just talked about in this video, great debuts, great show, and yeah, AEW continues to kill it. I'm so excited. Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega is going to be one hell of a feud. Ruby Riott, or Ruby Soho, Britt Baker is going to be one hell of a feud. Brilliant show. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye, and keep on rolling.